As part of the asylum process, people are invited to what's called a substantive interview. And it's a very, very important interview in that it is really where the claimant, the person seeking asylum, explains their entire situation to the Home Office. They're trying to demonstrate they have a well-founded fear of persecution based on their race, religion, political beliefs, social group, or nationality.
The substantive interview is the big interview after the screening interview within 6 months from the arrival of the new asylum seekers. So they have to prepare it, they have to write it down and to prepare the most important dates and what really the fear they are here. What was the reason of fear and of running away from their home country. I explain it in details because they don't know. Most of the people, asylum seekers, they don't know the procedure. To let the Home Office officers to trust them and to tell all the details, even if emotional, if they get emotional. And
the substantive interview preparation, I tell the client that be relaxed, tell the truth, and always try to do all these things in a relaxed environment.
This really is the sort of the great centerpiece, and it's certainly going to be their toughest experience. We asked them some questions about how much they already understand for two reasons. One is because you simply don't want to waste a lot of time saying stuff they're already completely on top of. But also it tells you how little they know sometimes, and gaps that you particularly need to fill in. And then we stress the, if you like, the enormity of the interview. I mean, and we try to be very honest about that. We can be reassuring, but there's no escaping the fact that it can last 6 hours or more. And we say you should expect them to say to you at some point, we don't believe you, we think you're lying, to be quite aggressive. They're just pushing and testing. And the message of all of that is, tell the truth. And don't be afraid of not knowing the answer. But don't ever invent an answer, because what they're looking for is things that look like something odd about the story or a change from what you said last time when we first spoke to you, and that kind of thing.
Again, if the client know all the information, then it will be helpful for the client.
This is not a beast or something, it's not you are being scared of. It's a normal session of talk, and if you have language barriers, they would prepare you with some interpreters and other things.
We understand that they're often not told quite what they're entitled to in the course of the interview. So we make sure they understand that if they need a break, glass of water, something like that, they are entitled to ask.
Most of them, when I saw them quite a few times, they had a problem with interpreter. Even if they speak Arabic from different dialectic, from different countries, they don't understand each other. So it's very important. They feel ashamed sometimes to tell the officer in Home Office that he's not understanding my accent, but the role is very important for the interpreter to say, oh, sorry, I cannot understand his dialect. I always advise them to get their interview, substantive interview, recorded, just to have the evidence for what they said and what they've been told and asked, to have it clearly. Sometimes, as I mentioned, the interpreter difficulties between accent, just to have it written and by audio, to have the chance for the solicitor to go through it and to make any correction.
Later on, we explained that what if you get a no answer, what rights you have. You have a right to actually appeal next time, and how would you prepare for appeal? How would your legal representative help you and request for you to go to appeal?
Please try to keep updated with all the updated information, especially with the deadlines and all these things in this process, because if you're giving the information, and information always based on the facts.